an actual eyeball underneath here. So it has toned lower eyelids. So we'll put that in really quick. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna darken in the eyelashes, because these are actually quite a bit darker. So this will set a contrast right there. Same with the top. So I'm just gonna go back in really quick, and I'm just making all these eyelashes up. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put a little bit of rendering on her eyeball here. Light isn't quite hitting this side very much, so I'm gonna darken the top, and I'm gonna just lightly shade it to a lighter, or make it lighter as I go down. And then all right, so I got that much going on. So you notice I made the top darker and the bottom here a little bit lighter. I left a little shine on her pupil here, which is on the photo. Darken this up even more. And then also one important thing is you can also adjust the line, the actual line quality as well. So for instance, there's a little dark thick line here, but that thins out as it goes back. So, and then just thins right there. So I'm gonna leave it just like that. So kind of gives it you know, not a non-symmetrical feeling to it. I mean, if you just were to draw a bunch of lines and, you know, everything looks symmetrical, you know, line quality and line thickness looks all symmetrical, then it wouldn't really look very natural. So there you go. So you notice I'm just roughing more and more detail on there, and let's see if I can zoom in on that eye a little bit for you here. So you notice I got the bottom of the lid here, all toned in, the top of the lid, and then I'm ultimately gonna make these a little darker than the eyebrow here. Got the eyelashes. So here's the fold I was talking about right here. So that's the little fold on top lid, and then here's the actual lid. And here, of course, obviously is the opening of the eye, pupil, iris, whites of the eyes, which I shaded a little bit, and then there's a little indication of her eyeball here, which is where all this tone part comes in. All right. So let's see. Let me just go in there and do the same to this side. So I'm gonna shade this part in, shade this part in. Again, let's see. Looks like this. And what really helps, and what people keep on telling me, and I do believe them, is to actually study real anatomy. You know, the stuff is fun and all that, but you know, without real anatomy, you really don't know where everything is placed properly. So this is a good way of learning. It's just to go ahead and just study the anatomy for it. For instance, if you were to study a lot of skulls, you know, you'd instantly know, okay, well, eye socket's about here, you know, nose, you know, but I studied a little bit of real anatomy, but not much. So I'm gonna darken this up even more. Have it again fade out a little bit more here, and then this hair, piece of hair comes in down and out. So let me zoom out again here. Sorry. So before I get too far, because I'm gonna show you a little bit of hair really quick. Let's go ahead and go onto the lips. Now let's see, as it comes. It's actually quite a bit darker right here, especially right here. All right. Okay, so get rid of this line here, because that was just to roughly tell me where my mouth was. So let's see, it's pretty far down, probably because she's looking up, but let's get a basic shape of the lips here. She's got kind of a long lip. Now what I'm measuring is on the original photo. Actually, maybe if I just take the photo out here, bring it into the picture here. On the original photo, I hope you guys can see that. The corner of her lip here falls, you know, if you were to hold it and just draw a straight line, straight vertical line, it looks like it falls right a little bit to the left of the middle of her pupil. So that's what I'm going to gauge it off of. So I'm going to get rid of this. Alright, so I'm going to come here, and so here's the middle of her pupil. And so if I was to trace a line straight down, that's where the corner of her mouth would be, about right there. So let's start right there. So let's see, now it turns in a little bit. It's actually rather thin top lip here, at least right here it is. And I'm just going to very light strokes. I'm just going to stroke in the top of the lips here. On the other side, it looks like it just falls just past the nose here. So this nose goes in, so it's a little bit over that. In fact, I think the nose might need to be adjusted a little bit here. Add a little bit more tone. It's like this. Okay, so this lip falls right about here, and then it comes out. Oops. Alright, so the bottom lip. Now she has really red lipstick on. But now, as a general rule of thumb, the bottom lip is generally thicker, taller, thicker, however you want to think about it, than the upper lip. In fact, this is a little too thin, so widen it out a little bit. There you go. Now again, always follow the shape. So say this comes down like this. There you go. About right there. Let's see. Alright, so now lips have a lot of folds in them. Now generally the top lip is always darker. For some reason she has so much lipstick on that both of her upper and lower lip are just about the same shade. But I think her top lip is just a tiny bit darker. So what I'm gonna do, usually when I draw lips, I like to follow the folds of the lips. You know, there are little skin folds here, so I just, you know, so let's draw it in like that. Again, red is a very deep color when you turn it into black and white. Dark color, I mean, I guess I should say. There's not much of a hint of an opening of a mouth here. She had her lips pressed so hard that, you know, not much there, but I can see a little bit of an opening here, which I'll add in right there, and then this part kind of just blends in. So this is what I was talking about when you wanna adjust your line length. So